To me, Lupin Zero Episode 4 is a boys' trip, since the focus of the episode is Lupin and Jigen's relationship, their friendship, as I'm specifying for all you shippers out there.
Now you're gonna pay for those crimes, Pinhead!
Andy, stand back! I'm warning ya!
So far, Lupin and Jigen's relationship has cultivated enough where they are willing to go out and do stuff together, whether that is going out and causing havoc or attempting to create a secret base within the school. I personally enjoy that we don't see every facet of the relationship being cultivated. I appreciate more the steady pace we get with important elements being shown through Lupin Zero, while the relationship builds slowly in the background. In the beginning of this episode, it represents that, as it heavily implies that they've been chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool, to be able to go out together and cause trouble like this where the episode starts. Their relationship has developed more and more, and I'm here for it, as it feels natural to me. Even in this episode, you can tell the people who made it really want young Lupin and Jigen to become better and stronger friends from the weird stuff they go through, while also battling their wildly different personalities. It's very engaging and fun to see such wildly different people from different backgrounds get along so well, although not initially at first. Another important concept to mention that ties with the relationship is Jigen's lighter. At least I think it does, as it could represent other themes if you want to dig deep and think about it. I don't know, I be a silly goose sometimes and may overlook things, so comment down below what you think the lighter represents. Subscribe and like the video too, it helps out a lot. Whether the lighter represents Jigen and Lupin's relationship, how it relates to Jigen's internal feelings, or Jigen as a person, or if Lighter-chan is now best character since they got some beautiful screen time. To flesh out what I think the lighter symbolizes, I see it as the contrast and development of Lupin and Jigen's relationship. Lupin is unruly and such a quick thinker that he isn't very effective at planning at his age. His plans typically bust, which they do a lot, although Lupin strives to continue despite the numerous amount of mistakes that could happen. And then Jigen. Poor Jigen must work around Lupin's short attention span and quick thinking by acting as the voice of reason and to be the guy that helps bust Lupin out of sticky situations, which we also see him do a lot. The lighter is shown going through different conditions throughout the episode, whether it's broken, it's working, it's being fixed, etc. For example, at the end of the episode where he uses the lighter and it works, Jigen smiles at it because although it's beaten up because of Lupin, it also is a great reminder of their friendship and how strong they are as friends, and how he has truly come to appreciate Lupin as a friend. However, in the beginning of the episode, where the lighter was decimated and unusable, which made Jigen harbor a bit of distaste for Lupin since he was the one who ruined the lighter. Even when he attempts to fix it, he gives up because of his frustration with it and Lupin, as they just got into a fight over a plan to steal whiskey. Moving on from symbolic meanings of friendship, the main plot here is intercepting a whiskey pipeline, which all starts from Lupin trying to make a secret base. Oh no, I feel another positive about Lupin Zero coming on. It's the continuity of the episodes occurring where we have Shinobu, the maid of the Lupin household, appear as a reminder to the events that happened within the previous episode, with Lupin's encounter with his grandfather and the events that occurred afterwards. Although not outright, we are slowly building more and more to something critical, as Lupin's father, Lupin II, is not hiding from the shadows much anymore, and due to Shinobu's involvement to keep Lupin in the straight and narrow, there is definitely something more narrative at play. But forget that, let's make a secret base at school so we can run away from home! Every angry kid's dream. I joke about it, but man, I can't tell you enough how a stupidly silly premise this is, and how it is such a great addition to the show. I simply love it. I really adore the fact that the school itself isn't just the setting where our protagonists are destined to meet like some dumb shonen anime. No, this unique environment is actually used for something. And it's not that the school itself is the most unique place ever, but it truly captures a cool idea where almost any kid has had. Building a cool secret base for yourself and your closest friend, and also using the school that they attend and hang out at as the place for the base creates some funny shenanigans even if they aren't shown on screen. Like, imagine this. It's a random school day where you're sitting in class, writing on a piece of paper a yes or no will you go out with me note for your crush in the same class. You're filled with anxiety and you're scared to do it because you're afraid of rejection, being embarrassed, and maybe even ruining a friendship. However, you're determined to do it, and you go and you make your way over to her, and as you're about to give her the note, you hear some jackass on the floor above you laughing maniacally with a drop of water falling on your face, to then a huge amount of water barrels down on your entire class as it starts sweeping everyone away. Like, that shit is so funny to me, and is something that doesn't occur in the show. But the very thought and concept of it, from just seeing what happened earlier with Lupin trying to create a bath in school, to then him flooding an entire class and sweeping them away, is absolutely hilarious. You can't have this happen in literally any other setting. So yeah, the hidden base at school is a great stepping stone for more shenanigans and cultivating their friendship while also utilizing these unique environments. That's awesome. Now, back full circle, the whiskey pipe plan. The goal is to make a stream of whiskey go through Lupin's secret base for unlimited whiskey. Whose whiskey pipeline is this? Well, of course, it's the American dogs of the USA military, as they are the ones smuggling whiskey for some extra cash. You know, stuff that Americans do in Japan? Joking aside, and quick nitpick here is I'm not sure where else I could really put it, but I really dislike when there are characters introduced in a show, in a Japanese show for that matter, that theoretically can't speak Japanese or read it, but then they still speak Japanese. The USA military boys can't read the note that Lupin left on the pipeline, which is written in Japanese, and they can't really have a conversation with Lupin as everything is one-sided, but yet we still hear them speak Japanese. And I know what you guys will have to say about it. It's because of how it's dubbed, or it just has to be that way, or some lame excuse like that. Like, no, they still speak broken English and Japanese with everything that they're saying. Like, the amount of stuff that they kind of slyly add in to give them that American-esque feeling doesn't really keep me involved within the atmosphere. It just really puts me out of the episode. It really breaks that immersion.
Shit! doing?
What the fuck? This is hilarious, but still not a huge fan of this. Anyway, quick nitpick over. Lupin goes at the plan alone since Jigen was fed up with Lupin for being too crazy about it, showing how Jigen cares for Lupin. Aww. Except Lupin doesn't care since he tries to go through it anyway alone, although he fails, which Jigen predicted as he came through and saved his ass yet again. Seems like a reoccurring theme that happens a lot, huh? Man, hopefully they don't do that a lot in the future. Aside from that, what comes next though, I think is the best part of the episode. Of course, these two idiots are kids now, so they end up arguing with one another after Jigen saved Lupin and accidentally has Jigen shoot the pipeline, which sprays them full of whiskey. And now they're drunk. And what's even better than that is that they completely wipe out this USA military group with guns and other weapons with a mannequin and a fishing rod. Two drunk kids wiped out the military. So with these two drunk idiots taking out the military with a bunch of equipment that I don't even know how Lupin is Mary Poppins everything, as he's just pulling ice cubes in a mini fridge out of his pockets. He also manages to pull out a boat to save himself and Jigen from the whiskey river and are able to get away from everything and save themselves, while also using some beautiful puns. And I gotta say, you know, whatever floats. I'll be here all week, guys. Oh yeah. The episode ends with our two drunks reconvening at Lupin's new hideout, where they knock out from drunkenness and a bit of happiness from their latest heist. Something worth discussing, we do see another appearance of a reoccurring character, although for just a moment. Guess who this character is? It's Pika, it's Yoko. it is Yoko once again, as we get to see her hanging out with the USA military. But at this point, clearly Yoko has something to do with the plot of Lupin Zero. Whether truly friend or foe is not certain yet. She has devious eyes and is shown way too much to be seen as a reoccurring friend character. I feel as though she may be working with Lupin's father, as he may be truly up to no good, possibly having dealings within the family business, which is ironic and hypocritical since he wants Lupin to live a good and honest life unlike him. We do know now that she will be returning once again within episode 5, and I wonder what will happen with her then. All in all, this was a great episode, an absolute trip with our two main dudes just doing whatever they feel like, and it works out well. This episode is filled with nonsensical tomfoolery, which fits in with Lupin as it reminds me of other episodes in the franchise that aim for this kind of comedic humor with a touch of emotion in it. And honestly, Lupin Zero just keeps upping the stakes. I don't know for sure now if episode 3 was my favorite episode thanks to this. I'll of course keep watching and until this is over to see which episode is truly my favorite, as we are only left with 2 episodes. So until next time everyone, farewell.